Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be showing you guys my latest Dollar Tree haul. Check out that receipt. I can wear it as a scarf and it still drapes down to the floor. Let's get into these new penny item finds. So I penny shop all the time. This is like my third time penny shopping this week alone, and every time I go out penny shopping, I go to at least 3 or 4 stores minimum. I always start in the party section. It seems like the party section is always near the entrance, and I know what I'm normally looking for over there, but I always like to try new random items. If you're new here and you want to learn how to penny shop, you're going to download the Dollar Tree app. And then you're going to open up the app on your phone. It should look like how it looks on my phone. Start scanning items. You can scan random items in the store. My method to it is I source social media. I source Facebook. I source Instagram, YouTube. I see what other people in the nation are finding for a penny at their local Dollar Tree. I make a mental note of it. I screenshot it to my camera log. Okay, this one found, this item in Idaho. This person found this in New York. This person found that wherever they're at. Keep it in my camera log. Keep a mental note, and then I go into the store and I'm like, okay, people found books. Let me go to the books aisle. I start scanning. When you scan these items on the Dollar Tree app, you want it to say product not found. If it comes up and it says, the barcode and the UPC and it says a dollar amount, that means it's priced as it is. But when you scan items and they say product not found, that's when they are a penny. And if you look at the bottom of my screen while I'm scanning, it says product not found, and then that obviously means that it's going to be a penny. So I went ahead and grabbed all of the items because Dollar Tree's new penny policy is that if you find a penny item, they have to sell it to the customer, but then the manager has to go and pull all of those items and they toss them in the dumpster outside. So it's best for me to clear it out. For those concerned, I've already found places that I'm going to donate these to. So the thrill of penny shopping is really just me finding more items and then finding other organizations and people to donate them to. This was the first store that I had went to and it just was a mess. I don't know if somebody had rummaged through here already and picked through stuff, but it was a mess. Pretty sure it was a lot of penny items down there, but just didn't have the mental bandwidth to scan through them. It was just in a disarray. And so I just picked through the ones that I knew off of memory that were a penny, and then I just started working towards the candle aisle. So I've got bags of those wax melts at home, but I was excited about this find because it's eucalyptus and I've never had that one. I saw someone online talk about it, so when I came to the store, I was like, let me grab the eucalyptus wax melts. And I went ahead and cleared them out. And these ones smell really good. They're kind of strong, and it's a nice eucalyptus scent. And then once again, based off muscle memory, I already know that all of those like orange color wax melts are a penny. I scanned it just to be sure because sometimes a lot of items look the same but they have different UPCs, but I scanned it just to make sure it was the same one. That's a penny. So I know that that orange color one is a penny and the light blue ones are a penny as well. And yeah, I'm leaving the boxes. I don't care. I don't want roaches at home. And if you see, the store was already in a disarray. I almost broke my neck walking through these aisles. I put the red ones back. They weren't a penny. So yeah, I left the boxes up there. Almost broke my neck. I'm just not a fan of toting around boxes that have roach eggs and that are dusty at the bottom of them. That's just not my thing. And very quickly, those reefs, the ones that say bicycle reefs, they are a penny. I've got a bag full of them at home, so I don't need any more. I did look through the photo album. Some people were finding these small rose gold photo frames, but they didn't have it there. See what I'm saying? Look at all these boxes. This is a hazard, you guys. They gotta do better. Your hair is pretty. Thank you, I appreciate it. So as of lately, the scrunchie aisle has been my favorite aisle in the Dollar Tree. This is normally where I get most of my penny items. Quick glance, I'm able to differentiate the ones that are penny. Most of them they have that bright green packaging like that. And I still scan it to be sure, make sure it says package not found, product not found. But yeah, those ones are a penny. So I'm gonna show you guys a snippet of when I'm on the app and I'm scanning all of these scrunchies that show up as product not found. So I'm scanning. Like I said, it's going to be the packaging that stands out. So you see this bright blue packaging, all of those product not found, product not found. You see those bright green ones under it, the packaging, product not found. So, you know, if this was a game show like in the 90s and you got a minute to grab everything, I'm gonna go ahead and 9 times out of 10 grab the scrunchies and the headbands with the bright green and the bright blue packaging. I got as many scrunchies as I could. My cart was starting to look outrageous. And I'd left some behind. You know, I don't think that store is gonna go in and scan every scrunchie, but I could be wrong. Now on their glassware aisle, they had a whole boatload of those bachelorette wine glasses. I don't need anymore. I got a box of them at the house, so I left them for whoever. And I just scanned this fall glass just to see how much it was, and it was $1.25. It's crazy that we're going into spring and that fall glass is still $1.25, but hey, nonetheless, you never know until you scan what the full price is. So I'm at my second Dollar Tree location. The one that I just left, I spent $2.16, so that was 216 items. I had got those board games, a lot of scrunchies, and a few of the stickers. You guys saw some of that content in the books. I'm at the second Dollar Tree, and I did try to scan some of the squishies because people have been finding them for a penny. I found some different types of squishies, name brand, non-name brand, but those were regular price. Here's where things get dicey. These same type of board games, Guess Who specifically, this brand, Guess Who, I had got that at the other Dollar Tree for a penny. These must be newer model games, board games. The boxes did look a little bit different and it was a different variety. At the other store I got Candyland, Chutes and Ladders, and some Guess Who. These were different games. Those were full price, so I left those behind. Now this was my first time finding this toy. It's called Fun Popper. It just stood out to me, and guess what? It was a penny, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I looked in the rest of the bins to see that specific item, and I ended up finding a few more of those. I know off the top of my head the dino slimes. Now I know that those Fun Poppers are a penny. Also, it's a Hot Wheels slime. So different slimes I've been seeing online, I know to look for, but here is one of my new finds. This little ball, it's like some type of surprise ball. Those were a penny, so I grabbed like, I think it was like a good 6, 7 in there. Never seen it. It's called a surprise ball, so I gotta open it. I don't even know what the surprise is. I'm gonna give them away to kids. We already gave some to my neighbor, but yeah, it's some type of surprise ball and it was a penny. So if you see those, grab those. Now they had this little shelf at the bottom. I had to bend down and I was looking for stuff. That was a wall art that came up as product not found. So it was a penny. It just looked dingy. It looked dirty and I wouldn't want it as a gift. So I didn't want to give it to anybody. So I did leave that behind. I did find some shrink art in there. Crayola shrink art. That's what I had just threw in my cart. So I was excited about that. But most of this stuff down here just looked dingy to me. So I just left it alone. Okay, so coming down the supplies aisle, office supplies, I hit gold. These are tape dispensers and they're like a paper organizer dispenser. I have a whole bag of those at home, so I knew they were a penny. However, I had never seen them in gold. I only have the rose gold ones, so to see them in the gold option was like money. So I'm gonna give them to a whole bunch of teachers that I know, that I went to school with and stuff like that. And yeah, I had to clear them out because, you know, the managers will pull all this stuff and just throw it in the garbage. So if you see any of these tape dispensers and these paper organizers, they are a penny. So after I finished with the office supplies aisle, I did go to the book aisle, and with my first scan, I found my first penny item. It's called Natural Wonder. So if you see that in your Dollar Tree, grab it. It's a penny. But check the UPC. I mean, it could be a different version of it, but Natural Wonders was a penny for me. So I don't know, I haven't came across any chapter books that were a penny. If you found any chapter books in your local Dollar Tree that ring up as a penny, let me know the name and the author for the book so I can be on the lookout for it. But I will give a shout out to this Dollar Tree. It was the most organized Dollar Tree book aisle that I've been to. I was excited because this Cinderella book is a penny, so once I scanned one and I saw like 3, 4 others in the shadows, I grabbed it. We have that book at home, so I knew that that one was a penny. This tortoise book was product not found, so it's a penny. So I'd say All in all, I think I grabbed about a good 30 bucks from the penny aisle. So some really great finds. Remember, we're looking for product not found. Now, here's the moment where I was like, oh my goodness, if you've been penny shopping, you know that the craft aisle is the aisle that's wiped out clean in most stores. This sticker iron-on aisle, nothing had been touched. And at that moment, I was like, I'm going to be in the store for another hour because all of these are penny items. And I've got most of these at home, like the stencils, so I don't really need to go ahead and check them, but still gonna spot check. But like 90% of this whole shelf, this whole encasement right here, are penny items. So this was how my cart looked once I was finished, and I did leave a few things behind because I was just getting overwhelmed and it was getting late, but I cleared them out as much as I could. So this store had the biggest hair accessory aisle that I've ever seen. So like I said before, I always immediately grab for the green tag items, the ones with a little green thing on it, because I know that those are 9 times out of 10 a penny. They had some way up at the top, which I felt like was intentional. I had to like stand on my tippy toes and like reach up real high to get them. But I got a few and I left the rest. But this store, kudos to them. They had different clips I never seen, different claws and scrunchies and headbands. I never seen these designs. Going in and out of all these Dollar Trees, you start to recognize the designs and the logos. But this one had a lot of new stuff that I had never seen before. And so, yeah, I spent a good 30 minutes on this aisle, and the Dollar Tree employees kept peeping their head on the aisle. I guess they were trying to see if I was shoplifting or something. I don't know. It made me feel weird and uneasy. And, like maybe they thought I was gonna like push that cart up out of there, to be stories online where people just push a whole shopping cart out the store. Like, no, that's not me. I'm not going to jail over some penny items. But they should have came and asked if I needed assistance with anything in all actuality, because I would have surely told them, can you reach those barrettes up at the top for me? Because like I said, they had a lot of penny items at the top that I just could not reach. So yeah, I'm just loving this product not found. I kept saying every couple of seconds, okay, this is the last one, this is the last row, and then I see another one and I'm like, oh, let me check the rest. But y'all see my cart? It's looking crazy. It wouldn't even fit in the cart anymore. No, that was like my last batch that I grabbed. Like I go back for a few more and then like this was it, I promise you. For those fake concern, no, I didn't clear out all of the scrunchies and hair barrettes. It was like 10 minutes to closing, so I had to wrap it up. However, when I did go on this other little party aisle, I noticed my favorite less roll plates. So I grabbed all of those. They had about a good 10, 15 of those plates. And I also noticed the balloons that say roar. And I'm excited about those because my cousin is having a Lion King themed baby shower. So it's going to be perfect for his theme. So I'm excited about that. Please help yourself. I got like my living room is full with all this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
You don't want any of these scrunchies before she's finished
I
with
don't
them?
want scrunchies. Yeah, look at my hair.
You don't have no nieces, nephews? Well, not nephews. I don't know. Somebody. So the lady behind me, she only had like maybe 3 or 4 things, and she said to me, she was joking. She was like, "What, they having a sale?" I was like, "Yep, they sure are. Everything's a penny." She was like, "What? Get out of here!" So we was chatting. Next thing you know, she wanted to get some things out of my cart. I was like, "Help yourself, help yourself." So I started telling her how to find penny items and to join the Facebook groups and what to look for and download the app. So you gotta share the knowledge. I think at this point, everything that was ringing up was still at like $1 and some change. You guys are gonna be blown away by the subtotal. But yeah, if you know, I don't gatekeep. I don't gatekeep. So I had to share the knowledge.
I'm gonna take some of these stem cells. Let me know how
You want
much
some of
now you
these
fed it.
tape dispensers down at the bottom too? Little tape dispensers. And then
Oh my gosh, this is a ton of stuff.
I know.
Well, these books.
Yeah. Yeah, because they normally just throw them out.
Oh, wow.
Literally, yeah.
I got it.
Help yourself because I got like those same ones at home. So shout out to this cashier who rang up all of my items. She did a phenomenal job. Um, when me and the other customer were talking about the penny items and just I was telling the customer about the backstory, the cashier did interject and say, she was like, well, some cashiers don't sell penny items to customers. And I was like, well, you know, as of January 7th, you guys' new policy allows you guys to sell penny items to customers. You guys just have to pull it from the floor after, you know, the transaction has gone through. And I was like, did your manager not share the new policy with you? She was like, no, they haven't. And that was the end of it. She kept bringing up the stuff. However, the weird part is that her manager was actually at the other cashier register. Unbeknownst to me, the manager was in the cut on the phone with her manager, I guess the district manager, telling them that I'm buying all these penny items. For what reason? I don't know. I don't think anybody's bought penny items here. I did your inventory for you.
I see. He said with the food we can't read that for 1 cent.
I got a fridge full of those at home.
But he just told me that today. We can send he said food item no. Let me talk. Ask him to make sure. I didn't know he told me no food item.
That's just water. I know it looked like an energy drink. It's water. Dollar Tree's penny policy has been in effect for about 2.5 weeks. There still seems to be a lot of uncertainty from the employees and even the manager on shift who's on the phone with her manager. Really strange to me, but I'm glad that the policy, the visual of it leaked, and I have it in my phone for my reference. So yeah, that's just weird to me.
It's one lady. She had. She got 800 items. Okay, what about the monster water? Yeah, 804. And I was trying to ask you. I was calling you to ask you about the monster water. They're bringing it up for a penny too. So that's okay. She got 3. And before I can talk, okay, yeah, she had 804 unit items. Her total came up to how much? 1136. So that's okay. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to see if I receipt, okay? You know that just the energy drink that mustard drink. Don't fold the top. Don't fold. I want to finish. Can I send it to my ma'am?
Yeah. Why? What's up?
No, he just want to see some.
So yeah, not sure why that manager wanted to take a picture of my receipt and send it to her manager. Y'all light up the comments. Let me know why a manager would want to take a picture of my receipt to send to her manager. I kind of have some ideas in my brain. I'm thinking that it's so they know all of the SKUs and UPCs to go pull off the floor. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, this penny policy has been out for a good 2.5 weeks, and there's still some uncertainty from not only cashiers but managers. It's kind of concerning. So if you haven't seen the penny policy, just Google search it, look it up on Facebook, type in Dollar Tree penny policy. It's leaked, it's to the public. Um, and nothing in there says that they can't sell food items. If that was the case, those should have been some of the items that were pulled immediately off the shelves. The people pulling them off the shelves should have been the regional managers who were on the phone with local managers at nighttime. But anywho, this is an overview of all the items that I got, you guys. I really racked up during this haul. This is the longest receipt I've ever had in my life, so I might hold on to it for some time because I don't know when I'm ever going to see a receipt that long again. For all you lovely mathematicians out there, if I spent $11.36 on penny items, how many penny items did I purchase? Let me know your answer in the comments. So here's a quick overview of all the items I got. That shrink art in the corner, that was my first time finding it. I'm excited for that. And that magnet, that gray thing, it's a DIY magnet. So they came with pre-printed magnets that you can color and kids can put them on the refrigerator. So I'm excited for that. I came across a lot of iron-on and stickers that I've never seen before. So just a quick overview of all my items. If you guys enjoyed the content, if you're intrigued by it, please hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you've ever been penny shopping. Once again, guys, I really appreciate the support and good luck to everyone who indulges in all of this penny shopping endeavors. All right, guys, take care. Bye.